Business editor Mike Eppel joining us now. Mike, how are markets reacting this morning, considering what's happening yet again in Greece?
Yeah, it's been quite remarkable, actually, Ted, because we haven't really seen any fallout one way or the other. If you just looked at the numbers on the screen and didn't know the headlines coming out of Greece this morning, you'd say, boring day. But in fact, Greece earlier today said it would not be making that $1.7 billion U.S. payment to the International Monetary Fund later today. So effectively a default, depending on how you want to call it. The Euro managers, the Euro fund managers would say, oh, they're just in arrears, so there's still time. They're pushing it out that way. As a coworker of mine said, though, this morning, you know, yesterday what we saw was a meltdown on the markets that wiped out $1 trillion worth of global equity tied back to less than $2 billion worth of debts owing by Greece. You know, you got to put all these things into perspective. And I just saw a headline saying that Greece is now asking for a 2-year bailout program under the Emergency Stabilization Management Program out of Europe. So there's a lot of plays in the works here this morning. And again, investors are just sort of biding time. Still have that referendum coming up on Sunday. And some German officials are saying even if they vote no to the plan, Greek citizens, they can stay in the euro. So, again, very quiet morning. What is of interest, though, this morning, more to the fact, is the GDP numbers out of StatsCan, because those results for April weren't all that good. Again, 4th month in a row, our economy contracted 0.1% to the negative, and again, it was the oil and gas sector, the metals and mining sector. Those were the problem spots, and we saw the economy continue to stumble along here in the early stages of 2015. So, Bank of Canada will be lowering its forecast, and it makes its next policy announcement on interest rates on July 15th. Do they maybe cut interest rates again? Is that possible? Well, if we're on pace for a negative quarter, maybe even the R word, dare we say it, recession, could see that happen. We'll see how that plays out. Cenovus Energy making a big deal today. It is selling its Heritage Royalty Trust, which is 4.8 million acres of land out in Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba. The buyer is the Ontario Teachers Pension Plan. $3.3 billion the price tag. Cenovus will use that to pay down some debt. That stock is up in early trading this morning. Hey, have a good Canada Day tomorrow. Ted, back to you.
You too as well. Happy birthday to our country. Thank you, Mike. That's our business editor, Mike Eppel, reporting. You can hear Mike on 660 News at 26 and 56 after the hour.